off till the lights go out, till my leg give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. Am I high? I'ma rip this shit till my bone will out.
Save it for another day. Hi. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. We'll talk about today first, Yannick. So we had a maintenance this morning, right?
Yeah, we had a maintenance. So we fixed a couple of things. I mean, we looked at the healing scoring again, and there were still some cases of healing scoring in last stand that were a bit problematic. So we addressed that. And we had a bunch of fixes. I didn't list all of them here, but a bunch of fixes for revive issues, as this has been one of the most annoying bugs that the community has been bringing up. So we've had a bunch of fixes for revive not working with defibrillator, revive not working when you're being under a shock effect, revive not working for other thing I can't remember, and some safeguards and everything. So hopefully this should help with the revive bug or revive bugs, because it's not like there's one bug with revive. But please do let us know. Do let us know if you're actually finding more issues with revive.
Asking was, are they going to do a state of the game for year two? Of course.
Of course.
That's always been our commitment.
We'll keep doing that.
I don't know about you, but I don't want to stop. I think this is one of the cool things about our community is that we get to do this every week and talk with you guys. Yep. That being said, I was talking about it a second ago before I kind of derailed, with people asking, are they going to even fix a lot of the existing issues? We've, read about it in chat, we've heard about it on podcasts, we've seen it in videos, we've seen it on forum threads and Reddit threads and all these sorts of things. Yes, we are continuing to support the game, continuing to fix everything as best we can. Yeah. And specifically right now, we're looking at a few of the things.
I've seen people say, like, what makes me sad about last week, not me, but what people were saying, what makes me sad about last week is to know that the issues we have in the game right now are the issues that's going to be there forever because they will not address it. Because they perceived last week as like, okay, we are pulling the plug and we are not going to fix the game. That's not the case. We are not going anywhere. Yeah. So we are going to still be doing balancing, doing bug fixing, and adding things to the game and all of that. We are still going to be doing that. So as you said, stagger, the issues with like airburst, seeker mine now, and all these kind of things are things that we're all like still going to be looking at. And it's, for us, it's kind of business as usual. So there's nothing that changes here.
But I am sympathetic to the way that people read the stream last Wednesday. My bad, sorry. But we don't intend for it to be year one had all this stuff, year two, nothing. That's not the way things are going. So do we have any ideas about how we're going to deal with those guys?
I mean, there's the stagger that is problematic, but we're also looking at potentially kind of the same way that we dealt with a cluster, which was, like moving some of the damage from the direct damage explosion to the fire effect, the bleed effect. And with airburst, we're looking at doing something similar also. So they become less bursty and more over time damage.
All right, spawn camping.
Spawn camping is an issue. It's something that has been brought up a lot on Last Stand. When you're basically pushing the other team so far that you take control of their main points, then they can only respawn at the starting location. So then you can camp them there. So that's something we're looking at to try to kind of improve the way the game detects that you're actually being spawn camped to offer you better alternatives, so you can actually spawn in other locations if somebody's like camping this spawn point. So that's something we're also looking at.
Okay. Cool. We've got a few more things here. What do you mean specifically by talents?
What do you mean by talents? Why did you write talents in the notes?
Talents.
So there's some talents that obviously don't work properly or that are like not really useful. And we want to look at that. We talked about shrapnel that doesn't work with Predator, for example.
That would be really cool if it did.
Yeah, so that's something we want to look at. The other one that I forgot the name of, the one that increases blind fire.
Oh, the blind fire accuracy talent? I can't remember the name of it.
Blind fire accuracy talent.
Desperate Times.
That's the one. Doesn't work.
No one uses it.
So
I don't know.
We'll have to look at these kind of things. But yeah, that's also something that's on the list. On the list of things. We're investigating medkits also.
Yes, because I agree, medkits are pretty underwhelming right now. Yeah. So we're definitely looking at those that for an upcoming update. Again, we don't have an ETA on that just because we're talking about it now doesn't mean that it will be next Thursday.
Yeah.
But medkits for sure are being looked at.
Yeah. And then, yeah, anything that is relating to lag and latency also, of course, because people have been talking about that. So we had fixes last week already about the matchmaking in last stand to limit or to add more importance to like where you're actually sitting in the world in the matchmaking, to make sure that you're actually match-made with people from your region to limit the lag. That helped with the poor connection to host server issue. But any new reports of lag or anything that you guys are experiencing, please do let us know. We definitely want to look at that.
Very good. All right, I said I was guilty of stuff before. Nimble is one of them. I love that talent, but I have admitted I think it's a bit OP.
It's something we probably need to look at.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what we want to do about it. This is not like nimble nerf incoming or whatever. We'll see. But we probably need to look at that.
But there could be some changes coming to nimble.
But on the other hand, if we manage to do something about medkits, hopefully the healing should be a bit better.
Exactly. The whole thing that the community is talking about right now is the year 2 announcement, which, to be fair, wasn't something that we intended to frame this as. I guess in our minds, we weren't announcing year 2.
No.
I mean, other than saying, hey, look, we're here, we're still going to be around, and there are things coming. From our perspective, we haven't announced that stuff just yet.
Yeah.
Would you say that's kind of fair? I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but.
No, but the thing is just that what we wanted to do, and again, obviously that was a wrong assessment from us, from our side, but what we wanted to do with this stream was reassure you on the fact that there is stuff coming with year 2, but yes, we did not look at it as this is the year 2 reveal stream.
No,
and
of course.
That's where I think there was a lot of confusion, and that's where we didn't approach it correctly, because yes, we didn't foresee that this was how people were going to perceive it, which is why some people have been saying that it was very vague and we didn't really give any details
That's
or
fair.
whatever.
I mean, I would say
our goal was just to tell you, guys, happy 1-year anniversary, and by the way, good news, we're going to do more stuff for year 2.
Yes.
It's all going to be free. Here's some things that we're working on, and here are also some things that we cannot do, because that was one of the main reasons why people were upset also, because we wanted to set a framework of what can and cannot be done. We talked about there's not going to be a big story expansion with new name zone and all of that, and that's something that people reacted very strongly to, and we can understand that.
Definitely.
But we wanted to be very clear about that, because we didn't want to promise something or to hint at things that would lead you to believe that this is what's happening, knowing that we're not doing it. So that was one thing where we wanted to be very clear about it. But that doesn't mean that everything in between is not going to happen.
Yeah.
And that's where maybe we were definitely not clear enough on the things that we are actually considering. So again, the goal was to reassure you on the fact that there is a year 2, there's going to be stuff coming, what can and cannot be done, and also give you examples. And so we talked about what's coming with the first drop, the first update that's scheduled for this summer, and we talked about loadouts, feats, and seasons. And obviously we put an emphasis on loadouts, because we think that's something cool. That's something that's you guys 2 weeks ago, people were asking for, and we're like, hey, we're going to show that we're doing it, and then everybody's like, oh my god, loadouts is just the only feature that they're going to do. And
that's not true.
I mean, we just wanted to highlight it because we think that's
cool. Go on.
All right. No, so we said there will be 2 updates. The first update in summer that will include loadouts, feats, seasons.
Yeah.
Another update that will come later on, and this one we haven't said what's going to be in there. And the reason why we haven't said what's going to be in there is that because we're still working on all the details, it's still there's still a lot of discussions in terms of, okay, what can we put in there and everything. So we don't have any details that we want to commit with right now. We'd rather just keep working on it and then come back to you when we have more concrete information on what's going to be in the second drop. That's true, summer is far away, but we need to work on this update, and we need to make it But one thing that's also that we mentioned, and I don't know how much people actually heard that, is that there's going to be other smaller updates and smaller patches that are going to happen in between. These are the two bigger ones that are going to happen, but we're still going to have other patches that are going to be bringing like more bug fixing, more balancing, and also some quality of life improvements. So as a matter of fact, there is one of them that we're working on right now that is going to be dropping before the summer update.
Yes.
So there will be a patch between now, like a client patch that's going to have bug fixing and balancing and all of that, between now and the summer update. So there's going to be something that hopefully already is going to kind of address the game a bit before the summer update. Another thing that also has been mentioned a lot, and I see some people asking in the chat as well, is that will there be a gear score increase? Or will there be new weapons? Will there be new gear sets? Because some people also thought that this was also off the table.
Yeah, it's not off the table.
It's not. It's
definitely not.
It's something that we can definitely do. Weapons and gear sets, definitely. New items, new things like that, absolutely. That's just, as we said, that's business as usual. That's the kind of things that we can add with new updates. Gear score increase, I don't know if we will do it or not.
If it makes sense.
But if it makes sense, yes. But that's not something that we're discarding, saying, no, there's not going to be a gear score increase. I mean, there might be. We might do one if we think that we should do one.
Yeah, if it's the best for the community, we will do those things.